Is this the right way? That's the question we all ask ourselves when we dream of something bigger, something different. Moving your family to Costa Rica isn't just about changing your address. It's about embracing a new rhythm of life.
We were in Canada, and this was about 3.5 years ago, where the pandemic was pretty severe.
Recent reporting marked the highest ever daily total with 700 new cases.
And we got to a stage as a family, we were looking to just take a break and maybe sort of take a moment to go to a different environment for a couple months. And in the 11th hour, Leia was like, why don't we go to Costa Rica? And it was within the first 2 days that like all of a sudden the whole family came to life, right? The community that we met, the people that we met, the environment that you were living in.
Run.
We are big fans of traveling, and particularly to Central and South America. Every year we seem to go on some kind of adventure trip, whether it's Mexico, Panama, Nicaragua, Peru. We made one trip to Costa Rica and we decided it was the place that we wanted to be. Costa Rica is this mix of adventure and wellness and food and restaurants and good vibe, and that just keeps increasing, and we notice it right away.
We got to the day before we were supposed to fly out originally. We said, you know what, let's go back and we'll come back in November. Flew over to Miami for our layover, and it was in our layover we were sitting there, and we were sitting in the hotel, and I looked at Leia and I said, what if we canceled our flights back home and booked new flights and flew back to Costa Rica? And she said yes. So within that 1 minute, I had booked new flights, and we had flown back the next day. We got here to the house that we were renting, and I called the owner of the house and I said, I need your lockbox code. And he said, why? And I said, because we're standing in your driveway right now with a bunch of luggage, and we need to live in the house for the next 2 weeks and figure out what we're going to do for the next 6 months. And it was during those 6 months that we actually made the decision to make this permanent, to raise our family. You know, looking at the kids growing up here was unbelievable.
We love running, so we've done a lot of like jungle hikes and trail running. I love horses, so there's actually a lot of horse stables around and horseback riding.
Bueno, Fede el experto, Fede nos puede explicar conmigo.
You know, we go there and we go on road trips. The driving is really fun. You're driving through a lot of jungles, you're driving through rivers at times. Everything is a new experience, a new adventure. And so if it's not that, then it's running, it's hiking, it's trying to surf.
I know that Costa Rica's blue zones in the world. I think it's like top 5 in the world. So that was one of the things that really drew us there as well, just because who wouldn't want to be in fresh, clean air and fresh, clean water and just be in like a really beautiful tropical environment.
We've been so amazingly surprised by both the education and the healthcare system.
And I might even argue that the medical system here is more advanced and actually better than the Canadian medical system, at least from accessibility, from cost, from options. And the school systems here, we've seen our kids thrive and grow in ways that I'm not sure if they would have had that same type of growth and development being in the North American school system.
The very first thing that we asked ourselves when we were considering purchasing the property is, you know, does it make sense from an investment standpoint? Okay, is it a place we'd like to go to? Yes. Is it a place that we believe can be rented out at a good rate to travelers? Yes. Do we think that can happen on a regular basis? Yes. If all that flows through together, then it should represent a good yield on our investment for a place that we can go and use ourselves.
We have like really hedged our bets on Costa Rica in the last couple of years. Real estate and other investors in the Canadian market have really moved a lot of our portfolio here, and the potential for return is so huge here. And it's really helped us to build generational wealth and more of a portfolio for us as a family. I think another thing that really differentiates Costa Rica as a country is that people are so helpful. And so a real estate agent is not just an agent that's, you know, signing a piece of paper between two parties. Like they're invested in helping you through the whole path. And there's definitely a system down here, and I think everybody's really willing to support and guide you.
Costa Rica Well, it does have a lot of cool places to go to. A lot of them are a bit of a trek from an airport. So if you want to go and make a quick trip in, you land in Liberia and 20 minutes later, you're at the Pacifico. And
the best part about living here in the Pacifico community is that there's so much to do and so much activity for us.
Also, there was a lot of really cool amenities. They've got really great tennis courts. I'm big on tennis. Really nice basketball courts, really nice gym that Brittany and I would go and spend our time at every day.
We play pickleball. The kids run around playing soccer. We've got the community pools.
They have a nice little town that you would go into, and you have all kinds of options for breakfast and coffee. And
for us, I think our favorite place is the beach club here. It's not only just an excellent environment where we can swim and order food, but really it's a gathering space for all of us to meet other families and to enjoy each other's company. It's just a central spot that we've made most of our friendships and connections
At the beach club.
At the beach club.
Yeah.
Here, mornings are brighter, and Pura Vida isn't just a saying, it's how life is lived. A new life in Costa Rica means choosing connection, balance, and joy.
I think we got it, the life we wanted. It feels like everything is going our way.
Having witnessed how Costa Rica has captured the hearts of so many, we now look ahead to future developments and discover the upcoming plans that will shape the community's next chapter.